Most people think making $1 million is like winning a lottery. Pure luck, right place, right time. But here's the truth nobody tells you. The average millionaire takes 28 years to hit seven figures. 28 years. But some people do it in 5, some in 3, a few in just 1 year. What's the difference? It's not luck. It's not genius. It's a simple math formula that most people never learn. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how the math works and why your current strategy is probably adding decades to your journey. Stay with me, because in the next 15 minutes, you'll understand money better than 95% of people. Let's start with the brutal truth about $1 million. If you save $100 every month, how long until you hit a million? 833 years. You'd need to live 833 years. Even at $1,000 a month, still 83 years. Your great-grandkids might see it. This is why the save your way to wealth advice is broken. The math doesn't work. So if saving doesn't work, what does? There are exactly 3 ways to make $1 million. Think of them like 3 different roads. Road 1, the slow climb. This is the traditional path. Get a job, climb the corporate ladder, save and invest over 30 years. Road 2, the big bet. Start a business, launch a product, take massive risk for massive reward. Road 3, the skill stack. This is the hidden path. You build rare, valuable skills, then you package them. Here's what most people miss. All 3 roads use the same formula. Value times scale equals money. Let me explain this like you're 5. Imagine you sell lemonade. 1 cup costs you 25 cents to make. You sell it for $1. That's 75 cents profit per cup. That's your value. Now, if you sell 10 cups, you make $7.50. If you sell 100 cups, you make $75. The number of cups is your scale. To hit $1 million, you need to solve both sides of this equation. And here's where it gets interesting. Most people only focus on one side. They either create massive value with no scale, or they scale something with terrible value. The artist who creates masterpieces but only sells 3 paintings, high value, no scale. The person working 80 hours a week for minimum wage, high scale, no value. To hit $1 million, you need both. So let's break down each road and see how the math actually works. Road 1, the slow climb. Let's say you get a job making $60,000 a year. Pretty average in most cities. You save 20% of your income, that's $12,000 a year, going into investments. The stock market historically returns about 10% annually. Some years more, some less, but 10% average. With compound interest doing its magic, you'd hit your first million in about 26 years. Not bad, right? If you start at 25, you're a millionaire at 51. But here's the problem. That $1 million in 26 years, with inflation, buys what $500,000 buys today. So you worked 26 years for $500,000 in today's money. Still want to take this road? Most people do because it feels safe, predictable. But there's a faster way. Road 2, the big bet. This is where you start a business and the math gets wild. Let's say you create a product. Could be an app, a physical product, a service, doesn't matter. You figure out how to make $10 profit per sale. That's your value. Now, to hit $1 million, you need to sell 100,000 units. Sounds impossible? It's not. Here's the trick. 100,000 units over 1 year means 274 sales per day. Still sounds crazy? Break it down further. That's about 11 sales per hour. If your product is online, available 24/7, that's doable. But here's where most people fail. They never solve the scale problem. They create something great, but nobody knows about it. Think about it like this. You could have the world's best lemonade, but if you set up your stand in the middle of a desert with no road, 0 customers, $0. The business game is really 2 games. Making something valuable, then making people know about it. Most entrepreneurs spend 90% of their time on the product and 10% on attention. It should be the opposite. Road 3, the skill stack. This is my favorite path because it's the most reliable. Here's how it works. You build 3 rare skills. Skill 1, you learn to create high-value content. Writing, video, design, code, pick one. Skill 2, you learn to build an audience. Email list, YouTube, social media, doesn't matter which. Skill 3, you learn to sell. Not sleazy sales, ethical persuasion. Now, here's the magic. When you combine these 3 skills, you become rare. Most people have 1 skill, maybe 2, but all 3, you're in the top 1%. And here's how the million-dollar math works with this stack. Let's say you build an audience of 10,000 people. Not massive, very achievable in 2 years. You create a digital product, course, template, software, membership. Price it at $100. If just 10% of your audience buys, that's 1,000 sales. That's $100,000. Do that 10 times with different products or cohorts, you hit $1 million. Now here's what nobody tells you about these 3 roads. They're not actually separate. The fastest route to $1 million, you combine them. Here's what the real millionaire playbook looks like. Phase 1, start with Road 1. Get a job, build income stability, but don't just save. Phase 2, use that stable income to fund Road 2. Start a side business, small, test ideas. You're not betting everything. You're using your job as a safety net while you build. Most millionaires didn't quit their job to start a business. They started the business while working. Phase 3, while building the business, you're also building Skill 3 skills. You're learning to create content about your journey. You're building a small audience. You're practicing sales. And here's where it all clicks together. Your job gives you capital and safety. Your business gives you upside and speed. Your skills give you leverage and options. This is how people hit $1 million in 5 to 7 years instead of 30. But there's one more secret ingredient. And this is the difference between people who think about making $1 million and people who actually do it. Speed. Not hustle culture, not working 100 hours a week. I'm talking about decision speed. Most people take 6 months to make a decision that should take 6 minutes. Should I start that business? Should I learn that skill? Should I publish that content? They overthink. They wait for perfect. They research forever. Meanwhile, the person who hits $1 million, they decide fast, they test fast, they fail fast, they learn fast. Think of it like video game levels. You don't beat level 1 by planning for an hour. You jump in, die a few times, learn the pattern, move forward. The $1 million journey is the same. It's not about perfect strategy, it's about fast iteration. So let's bring this all home. Making your first $1 million isn't about luck. It's not about genius. It's about understanding 3 things. 1, the formula is value times scale. You need both. 2, the fastest path combines all 3 roads: job for stability, business for upside, skills for leverage. 3, speed beats perfection. Fast decisions, fast tests, fast learning. Now I know what you're thinking. This sounds good, but where do I actually start? Start here. Tomorrow morning, pick 1 skill to build. Just 1. Spend 30 minutes learning it, not researching, not planning, actually doing it. Write a post, record a video, code a simple app, design something, make a sale. Do it badly, do it scared, just do it. Because here's the final truth. The person who takes messy action today will lap the person who's still planning next month. Your first $1 million starts with your first $1, and your first $1 starts with your first step. The math is simple, the path is clear. The only question left is, will you take the step? Thanks for watching. Now go build.